This is Michael Nelson with an experiment to find an awesomely fun HTML app development environment on Ubuntu. I'm using Require.js for UI-like module definition and loading here. Require.js, it's an implementation of the upcoming asynchronous module definition standard, which UI may or may not also adopt, I'm not too sure. Here you can see that I'm defining a module for a backbone model, user goal in this case. And I define what my requirements are, and they're automatically loaded and assigned to these local variables within the context of my module. Now I'm developing with Node.js within a Node.js environment so that I can use the Mocha test framework, which makes it easy not only to fire up a web server and run my tests like this, but just so you can see, running the web server in this environment, simply make run. But also with a few extra Node.js packages, I can run my tests not even without even a headless browser, but just against the Node.js V8 engine, which is incredibly fast like that, which also allows me to do something nice like this, run make watch, and automatically on every save, run my tests and get the feedback straight away, which is fun. So let's look at an example. Here's a template which I'm using to render my users' goals in an unordered list. The template can sit in its own file like this because Require.js allows me to load not only modules, but also text files as resources within my modules. Currently it iterates through the user goals that I pass in when rendering the template, but what if the user doesn't have any goals yet? It'll currently render an empty UL, unordered list, which isn't very helpful. So let's fix that. Let's go to where the tests are. Now you can see there's already a test here which creates a view, adds some goals, renders the view, and then expects that there's one unordered list, and that unordered list has two list items, and the list items are populated as expected from the goals that I've set. So let's create another test that when rendering an empty result, it renders what we expect. So we create a view, render it empty, we expect there to be no unordered list items, and we expect there to be a single paragraph, and the text should say you don't have any goals. So I'll save that, and my tests automatically run, showing me a failure. Again, we can switch and see what the failure is here, and it tells me that expected 1 to equal 0, which didn't, for the unordered list. Now, if we switch back to my template, and we'll just put a little clause in there that says if there aren't any goals, we'll instead render a paragraph, save, and there you go, test passed. Which is fun. Require.js gives me the ability to load a whole bunch of small, tightly focused modules to work with safely and easily, such as expect.js here for the test assertions. It's a small library focused just on expectations for tests, as well as sign-on.js for spies within tests, and it's quite freeing to be able to load whichever module you want safely and easily. And clearly, you can see there that I didn't mention before, but it's not actually JavaScript, but CoffeeScript, which is being turned into JavaScript on the fly as we run. I'm really keen to see if I can find a similar environment using UI next, or if anyone's already got something going, I'd love to hear about it. Thanks for your time.